During his time behind bars, he worked on improving his life and the lives of those around him. So here to chat about how he turned his life around, we have Charles Silk Dunn. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank
Good
you
morning.
guys for having me.
So yeah, you were sentenced to prison in '92 and you were released in 2015. So just start off by telling us quickly what happened.
Well, I was attending college at Columbus State, majoring in business management, and I have an older brother by the name of Dwight Sistrunk, and at the time he was attending Iowa Hawkeyes, and he ended up getting drafted to the Pittsburgh Steelers, but while he was in college, he was selling drugs. And when about 3 or 4 days before his first preseason game for the Steelers, he got busted with 5 ounces of cocaine. And when my mother called me and told me about it, it literally I just blacked out. I tore up my college apartment, and I vowed to seek vengeance on the street. And even though, you know, the act was definitely something that I may have shouldn't have done, the emotional connection I had to my brother, I idolized him. So I felt like that something was taken away from us. And I vowed to seek vengeance on the street, so I got into the drug game, and ultimately I was charged with a kingpin charge at the age of 23.
Okay, so you're in prison, and then while you're in there, you became a life coach.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, when I went to prison, I learned so much about myself and about others. For one, I saw so many men trying to commit suicide, and people that were losing their relationships with their children, and people that had really lost their sense of self. And for me, prison didn't really affect me like that. So, and I learned and met a lot of people that didn't know how to read and write. So in the process of me helping people to get their GED, I realized what you do to and for others, you actually do to and for yourself. And I realized that there were so many things as men that we just didn't get, we just didn't realize. And for everyone that went into that experience, I was concerned about people coming home bitter and angry and vindictive on society. So it really led to me teaching classes and trying to help people to realize that prison is just space. It's just space, and you have the right to choose your joy. You have the right to recenter yourself, and it's really an opportunity. And that's what I don't think that people get. You have an opportunity to kind of be reintroduced to yourself.
Man, that is such a positive mindset, and I think you're absolutely right about it. Sometimes it's hard to have those to have that mindset, to just choose joy all the time as much as we want. What are some tools that you have for people, whether or not they're behind bars, to just choose that mindset of joy? Yeah,
well, really, you have to realize that you are really not a human being. You're a spirit having a human experience. And when you're going through something, you're doing just that. You're just going through something. And the environmental influences should never dictate the agenda of your joy or how you feel. So you have to realize that this is just a path that you're going through. And if you keep the mindset that this too shall pass, and I'm gonna keep a positive attitude about it, like in my book, I have a chapter called Expect the Magic. No matter what you're going through in life, what's going on in this moment, expect better in that next moment. Say, I just know something is gonna be better, it's gonna be more abundant. Everything that I'm looking for is looking for me too. So it's all about your perspective. I don't think that people realize when they say when it rains, it pours. Yeah, when it rains, it pours because in the moment that you're feeling something, you are really projecting more of that. When you carry that emotion into the next moment, you are creating the reality that you're going to walk in.
Mind over matter. You said it. You guys have to check out this book. It's called I Will Not Be Denied, Mastering the Change. It's available on Amazon.com. Lots of good stuff in there.